Welcome back to the Frugal Dangler, and what could be the penultimate episode of me fishing rivers for this river season. Welcome back to the Frugal Dangler. This could be the last time you see me out on the rivers for this river season. It's only a couple of days now until the season ends, and I'll be back in work after an illness, so I'm probably not going to get much of an opportunity to get out. I thought I'd try the Thames again, but to be honest, I'm not got a very good feeling about it. It's really up. The colour's dropped out of it, but it's very up still and pushing through. It always seems to on the Thames. They run it off. It's quite boily in this peg, but there's not many spots to fish. But I'm going to give it a go here. I mean, I have had a fish out of here before in the warmer months. I'm not quite sure now. I fancied it. But being so up, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be surprised if I don't blank today, but I'll give it a go for a few hours. Like I said, only a few days left of the river season, so you never know. There might be something occurs. I would have liked a little bit more colour for a bream, so I'm going to basically fish the feeder first of all. Well, fish the feeder full stop. I'm going to try bread. With liquidized bread in the feeder first of all, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to go on the maggot. But as you see, it's absolutely pissing through. Very cold at the moment as well. There's a cold fog in the air. I hope that lifts and it warms up a bit. So we'll give it a few hours, because I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity now to get out back home again on the rivers. So let's give it one more time. So I'll speak to you in a moment when I've all sorted out. I'm setting my rod. Also had a disaster. I stuck my quiver tip on that rod that was set up, so I've had to put on another tip. I'm running out of tips. It might be a bit too light, so we'll have to see. I've got another rod on me as well, so we'll see how we get on with that. Well, I'm out in the water now, and I've gone on a piece of bread flake on a size 6 hook. Feeding a mix of liquidized bread and a bit of ground bait as well. Yeah, so nothing yet. I'm not surprised actually. It's cold, very chilly in this misty coldness that's swirling around me. You can see, very misty the river is. But yeah, you never know. You might get something, although I'm not feeling it, but you've got to be a little bit, as you say. At least I'm outside in the fresh air. And if that mist burns off, it might be quite nice. That's where I would have liked to fish, over that way, but it's absolutely hammering through. I like that peg. Except from that boat, I've had a nice chub out of there before. But I'm here. You never know. There might be something that gives it a knock. I got some maggots, so I'll try bread first. If that don't work, I'll go on a couple of maggots and see if I can winkle out a bleak or a little dace or something like that if nothing else will turn up. But you never know. I've had bream out of this peg and I've seen them in this peg before. So you never know, with the extra water on, mine might have a go. But I would have liked a little bit more colour, really, and a little bit warmer. But we'll give it a few hours today and see if we can winkle out a last fish, because I don't know if I'm going to be out again before the end of the river season now. So yeah, make the most of it and all that. Well, no bites there, and it's really cold with that wind and this mist. So I'm sitting here freezing. I haven't had a bite yet. I've got a feeling maybe they're not going to show. So I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to try a couple of spouts. I'm going to walk down the water bridge in Lechlade, try a few pegs, just to keep warm really. You never know, I might get a bite off something. Let's go. Well, I've gone for it. I walked all the way down the bridge at Lechlade, as you can see there. This is an area where back in the 90s I did a lot of fishing when I was in the RAF. I've had some fantastic days fishing in these couple of swims here going up to the bridge. Some great days on the stick float, catching roach and dace and perch and chub and skimmers. And I used to fish here a lot up to about sort of 2009. Then I noticed that the river wasn't as good anymore, I stopped catching, and I started fishing the still waters again more. It's the first time I've been there for a long time. I used to always like fishing on the float, on the stick or the waggler pole. Sometimes I've had some cracking days on the pole, and a few fish on the feed. I've only got my tip rods on me today, so I'll give it a go. It is very clear, but I have caught down here in clear conditions. It is going through quite fast actually. I might have to put on a heavier feeder to Old Bottom, but let's give it a go here. It's better than where I was fishing before. It's a bit more steadier. It's going through quite fast, but it's a bit more of a steadier pace and less boiling than that first pick I tried. So we'll give it a go here for a little while, see if we can get a bite from anything at all, and then have a walk back upstream towards the car. I walk back towards the car now. I tried down by the bridge in Lechlade. It was going through really fast down there. It was really clear, and I just didn't feel it at all. It was very cold as well, with a really cold wind. I gave it about half an hour, never had a knock. I just felt they weren't going to feed there. I could have got across. There was a bit of a slack, but I didn't have enough weight on the feeders I got with me today. The Old Bottom keeps pushing through so much. So I walk almost back to the car now. I find a really nice slack where it's really steady on the insides, but probably one of the best areas I've come across so far. Now, I've never fished up here this far up, I don't think. We're not in this particular area, but it looks fishy, and I'm going to give it half an hour here, I think, because I've got a load of bait to use up, and just to see if I could even get a dace or minnow or bleak or anything, basically. So we'll give it a go here for a little while, because I've got some bait left. It's still pretty early. I wasn't going to go to about 2 o'clock, something like that. So we'll give it a go and see if I can get a bite from anything at all. Well, no bites. What a surprise there, eh? Not really. It just doesn't feel right at all today. It's very cold. I'm not quite sure what direction it's coming from. I've got a feeling it's northerly, and it just looks dead. The river, I haven't seen anything top whatsoever. I mean, this is about the best area I've seen to actually fish. It's a nice big slack, and you haven't got those big eddies, which I don't think are very good. So I think if there is a chance of a fish knocking around something or the other, it's here. I'm going to give it a little while longer, because like I said, this is probably the last time I'm going to be out on the river until the new season in June. Be on the still waters, which I'm actually quite looking forward to, not traipsing around and hopefully getting a few more bites, maybe off a few nice tench or a carp. We'll give it a little bit longer, and I got some bait to use up, and I'm just hoping I just get one bite from one fish. That'll be a real result today, but a different stretch from my normal videos. I might have fished it back in the summer. I had a few fish out of here, but this time of year, like everywhere, it's tricky, isn't it, you know? So we'll give it a while longer. Hopefully we'll get a bite something before I go. Well, I've really gone for it now. I've put 15 feederfuls of ground bait out there with a few maggots. I've got a load of bait to use up, so I thought rather than just take it home or chucking it away, I might as well put it in. Feeding lightly hasn't really done a trick, so let's try putting a load of bait in. All I need is one fish, just one bream, and it'll be a real result, or a big chub or something like that. So I'm going for it now. I'll put in all that bait. I'm fishing with a heavy hook length, with a 14 hook with 5 maggots, just to see if I can get one bite from one decent fish to end the season. Well, it just goes to show, when you think it's all gone Pete Tong, something happens. It was worth putting all that ground bait in. I had a feeling if there was going to be a bream around, it would be in this area, because it's such a big slack, and not a boily slack, a nice steady slack. So yeah, I had a feeling they patrolled in this area up and down around the corner, and luckily enough it paid off. I put in all that ground bait, 4 maggots on the hook, and a beautiful big bream. I'm well pleased with that. Yeah, it made it definitely worth coming out. You never know, I suppose. and I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was in a blank today, so I cast out again. Let's hope there's another one, because you never know, bream do go around in shoals, so I might be lucky and have another fish, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, look at that, a lovely big bream, so it was worth coming up here and giving it a go and putting all that ground bait in. Let's get it back. Well, I had another indication, might have been a line bait. I struck her, there's nothing there. I'll just put in another 5 feederfuls of ground bait with a few maggots, and this will be my last feed. I think I'll put in. I'll sit on this for another half an hour, and then if nothing occurs, I'll knock it on the head. But I'm hoping for one more bite. I reckon there's still another fish in there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was a liner rather than an actual bite. So let's hope one more decent bream turns up before the end of the session. Well, unless I get another fish in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to end this video here. I thought I was going to get another one. I did have an indication. Didn't develop, might have been a liner. I'll give it another 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I'm knocking on the head at 2 o'clock at the latest. But at least I haven't blanked. It's been a bloody hard day fishing. But I was lucky. Putting that bait in, spurred one good fish to feed. So I was lucky there, and I'll be out again, having a little break for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back on the still waters in the Cotswolds in South Cerney, excuse me, fishing for some of the smaller match size carp, and doing a bit of tench fishing, I think. Hopefully we'll get out there and have a bit more variety on the type of fishing as well. I want to do a bit more float fishing if I can. Maybe fish a bit on the pole, and obviously things like the method feeder and stuff like that for some of these carp and tench. So bear with me. There'll be other videos as well I'll be doing with my art and all my history and paranormal stuff as well, so keep tuned. Hopefully there's something you'll find interesting. Until you again, I'll see you. I got ya.